Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be making a stock analysis of Indra Sistemas. So if you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Now, as you can see recently, it has had a huge run upwards as has other defense companies. And if you don't know, Indra Sistemas is one of the biggest defense and systems companies in Spain. And it has just had an absolute bull run, and I like it quite a lot. Another reason I like it is they have a huge department called Minsight, as you can see right here in the revenue. Minsight. This is a consulting business which is both for military but also for civil services, which could be something like telephone lines and other stuff like that. And they are absolutely huge in Germany. And Germany just passed a huge bill, which means the company is going to digitize. And I think this right here, as I can show you again, Insight is going to absolutely explode. Now, as you can see, from 2018 to 2024, it raked in a billion more. I think it could easily rake in a billion more by 2026, because if this goes the way I think in Germany, if they often choose companies they already have done business with before, I think Indra Sistemas is going to rise rapidly. Now, something I also think is I think it is a bit undervalued. As you can see, the PE ratio in this stock is 15.67 and the market cap is only 5.93 billion. Now, they rake in a lot of money, as you can see here. The revenue is 4.84 billion. Now, the net income is, of course, only 277 million. Of course, that is interesting to see that they have such a little market cap. So you're only paying 15.6 times what they're earning on each euro, which I think is way too little. As you can also see right here, you can see they are making a buyback program from their shares, which is something I love to see, because this means there's less shares afloat, and if the company owns it, that's nice to see. Unless they do something which I might fear they do, which I'm going to show you right now, is if they put them into this closely held shares. And if you don't know what that is shares that are not be allowed to be sold in a given period of time. So say they buy them back and then they can't legally sell them for, let's say, just a year, which means a problem is if we lose too many shares, either it gets taken off the stock exchange and you might sitting at a huge loss if you could have bought other stocks instead, but otherwise, as you can see right here, there's 89 million shares here closely held, and there is only 86 million in free float. These are the ones that can be traded. This is a problem because if people in here want to sell, then of course it's going to flood the market and we might see the stock price drop a lot. That is something I never like when a company has so many closely held shares. Now, the PE ratio and PS ratio are quite decent. I like how low the PS ratio is because a high PS ratio is often in companies that are in a bit of a bubble, but we don't see that here, which is something I like quite a lot. So I do think Indra Sistemas is very, very undervalued at the moment. It wouldn't surprise me if it hit 47 or so within the next year. As you can see, it's in 32.88 at the moment. Now, if you look at the seasonals, as you can see right here, if we go all the way back to 2015, so if we look at the past 10 years, as you can see, most of the years it's actually quite decent. We have 2 years in negative, of course, quite high negatives, but overall nice double-digit gains most years. And then, of course, 2024 up 21% decent, then 23 up by 30% almost decent, and this year up by 91%, absolutely crushing it. And I think it's going to continue doing so. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing in 2026. This is one of my personal peak performance, and I do own quite a bunch of them. Now, however, the technical for the day is a strong sell, and for the month it is, however, a buy. And you might think, well, why is that? And that is because recently it has had quite poor performance. As you can see, it had a peak of 39 bucks and has quite poor. As you can see down here in the RSI as well, it did fall back down, and now it is trading in the lower half here, which means it has downwards going momentum. Now, the next proper bottom we have is actually where it's lying right now. If it makes a support up here, we will have what is called a double bottom. That is when a stock price hits the same and then rises again. If it doesn't happen there, the next proper support that we have is all the way down here, where we did see a bit of a support level form as well. So then, of course, the stock would fall about 10 bucks. No, was that 8 bucks or so? Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't happen. But if it keeps falling, the next support level is going to be down here about 28, 26 bucks. Of course, we don't hope that. But I doubt it's going to fall all the way back down here, so I'm not going to make any support levels down here. But if I were to, I would make it right here. That would be probably, in my opinion, the proper way to make a support level right here. Be all the way down here in 19 bucks, which I doubt that's going to happen. That would be a 40% haircut off the stock itself. Now, if we look at the analyst rating on it, as you can see, they are quite mixed. This is something I love to see because this means more analysts have different ratings on it, and this means chances of being overhyped are less. Now, as you can see, we have 10 strong buy, 1 buy, 3 hold, and 2 sell. Of course, this is something I like to see, and as you can see, it is exactly what I said. Actually, I hadn't even looked at this yet. But 47 bucks is the max rating, and I would give my rating on this as well. Within 1 year, I definitely see this happening, which is up by 50%. Something you should also note is look at this Q2 earnings here. They're up by so much. Just look at how much they're estimating to increase it more and more and more and more, which is something we love to see. Then from 2024 to 2028, they estimate to double their EPS. I mean, also, but just look at this. I mean, absolutely. What is it up by? What's that? 105%. Absolutely amazing. We did see two misses here, one by 14% and one by 1%, and then we beat it by 7%. But overall, as you can see, some not so good, some other times quite a lot better. And the next earnings we have, which is going to be when is that? That is going to be in September. And hopefully they beat that as well, which would be absolutely amazing. And I think we will see the stock rise quite rapidly if that happens. Now that was my stock analysis of Indra Sistemas. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And of course, remember this isn't financial advice. It's purely for entertainment and educational purposes. But if you want to see more videos like this, please leave the companies from to analyze in the comment section below.